Ever since German engineer Carl Friedrich Benz patented the Benz patent motor wagon in 1886. The car had been considered one of the greatest inventions in history. That is, until an issue that would have been unimaginable back when Benz had introduced the world's first automobile emerged as the greatest challenge for humanity: the climate crisis. In an era going beyond eco-friendly to eco-necessary, what efforts are being made and must be made by Korea's transport sector? The climate crisis has long since become a reality. Many places across the globe suffer from natural disasters, and the ensuing economic and human losses are almost beyond our control. The biggest cause of the climate crisis is man-made carbon emissions. Currently, 40% of global greenhouse gas (GHG) emissions are caused by power generation, which can be translated into energy consumption. Second up in GHG emissions is the transport sector. In particular, 3/4 of total GHG emissions are generated on the roads, which is why it's crucial to reduce GHG emissions from internal combustion engine (ICE) cars to combat the climate crisis. Korea's national vision toward overcoming climate change, the 2050 carbon neutral strategy, consists of two scenarios. With respect to the transport sector, Scenario A aims to bring the proportion of eco-friendly cars up to 97% of the total number of registered vehicles by 2050. The Korean government currently subsidizes eco-friendly car purchases to expand their use. Maintaining the current subsidy scheme is estimated to cost our budget an average of 1.86 trillion won per year by 2025. Assuming 4.5 million eco-friendly cars would be deployed by 2030, we'd need more than 6 trillion won every year. Thus, there's clearly a limit to relying solely on subsidies to deploy more eco-friendly cars. In Scenario B, the proportion of eco-friendly cars is smaller than in Scenario A, but it aims to use alternate fuels such as carbon-neutral e-fuels in internal combustion engine cars. One issue with Scenario B is that although it plans to employ the e-fuel strategy and use direct air capture of CO2, DAC, while still maintaining the use of conventional internal combustion engine cars, direct air capture of CO2 is a technology that hasn't been verified yet and poses risks. Hydrogen vehicles also have several challenges to overcome. Because hydrogen requires other energy sources in its production, it's essentially energy intensive. Another issue is that due to the cost burden of domestic hydrogen production, 80% of hydrogen must be imported to respond to potential demand. Deploying eco-friendly cars is not simply just a policy, but part of the structural transformation to change the future of transport in Korea. This is why we simultaneously pursue transitioning to future mobility, self-driving cars and sharing economy, as well as fostering new promising industries, building the foundation for innovative ecosystems, and activating the circular economy. The following three factors are important for the structural transformation of the Korean transport sector: technological, ecosystem, and the government's institutional innovation. First, for technical innovation, we need more aggressive financial investments and infrastructure construction regarding eco-friendly automobile technologies. For ecosystem innovation, it's crucial to engage in joint R&D, establish support centers, and train human resources to build the foundation for the future mobility sector. Lastly, we must maintain and increase purchase subsidies to deploy more eco-friendly cars and provide financial support to expand charging infrastructure for the government's institutional innovation.